Hey, what's poppin'? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. How are y'all doing today? How am I doing? I feel good today. Um, yeah, I haven't done a video in a while, but I need to make one today. This is a requested video, by the way. Somebody reached out to me and they wanted to talk about this subject. And this is not one of those subjects I think I could like try to get in like a 10-minute window. That's what I usually like to make my videos, like try to keep it there. But this is a topic that not only do I want to like take my time and try to explain, but I also would like you guys to help me out if you can. If you would like to chime in, and if you have any good information or good suggestions, you can leave it in the comment section. That will be nice. Welcome, and if you're here, like the video. It helps other people see the video as well. Now, today the video is basically going to be talking about how to leave the Jehovah Witness organization, one, and also how to do it when you're married, which is something that's extremely hard to do. Um, okay, like I said, if you guys have any good suggestions and stuff, leave in the comments. I'd absolutely appreciate that. The person who asked me to make this video, they want me to do it anonymously, so I'm not going to say their name. But like I say, if you have any suggestions, they will be watching this video. As long, as I'm sure a bunch of people will. And yeah, I would appreciate the help that you could possibly lend to this person also. We're a community here in the ExJw community, and we like to help each other. And this is one I'm actually kind of excited to make because, I could really like help people leave the organization. This is like a really good subject. So, okay, how to leave the Jehovah Witness organization, especially when you're married. The first thing I want you guys to really think about, and this is something that a lot of people know already, but I don't know if they really got it inside of their bones. Hey, everybody, hey. Something that people need to understand is the Jehovah Witness goal. The Jehovah Witness goal, the organization, the leadership inside the organization, their goal is to keep people inside the organization. Their goal is not to get people to understand and get to know God better. It's not their goal. That's what they're selling. Their goal is not to get you to read publications and get to know God better and improve your spirituality. No, that's what they're selling. That's not their goal. Just think of it like a mattress company, right? Oh, we want you to get the best sleep ever. Come get our mattresses. Yeah, that's what they're selling. But their goal is to make money. Their goal is not to get you spiritual and happy. Their goal is to keep you inside the organization. That's the Jehovah Witness leadership goal. And as long as that's the goal, you have to understand everything that they give you and everything that they've taught you, it's all around and all hovers around their initial goal of keeping you inside the organization. The same way they'll tell you, come get our mattress. It'll be the best sleep you ever had. We'll work with you. It all hovers around them getting money from you. That's the goal. So the Jehovah's Witness goal is to keep you in. So the reason I need you to get that into your mind, and the reason that I would need you to really, really lean in and understand that is because it's like if you were going into battle, you would need to know what the enemy is trying to do. Because if you think, oh, they're just misguided spiritual people, like they're trying to be spiritual, they're just a little misguided. No, it's not that. They know what they're doing, and they're trying to accomplish their goal all the time. So when you go into this battle, know that in the back of your head, they're not trying to help you. They're trying to keep you in. Now, now that you know that, now that you know what their goal is, now you can work on the next thing. If you're going to leave the organization, you have to prepare, okay? Mentally, physically, and financially. You also have to know this is going to be tough. This is going to be extremely hard because, like I said, if you understand that their goal has always been to keep you in, you should know and you should understand that they've taken every precaution to make sure that it is as hard, as difficult, and as scary and as uncomfortable as possible to let you leave or to have you leave. It's going to be one of the most difficult things you've ever done in your life, purposefully. Like that's the way they engineered it. That's the way they want it to be, because they're in the business of keeping people inside, and they've taken, like I say, every single precaution to do it. And the reason you need to know that is because if you know that, you can prepare for it. So when you prepare, you need to have, I would suggest, a couple months rent saved up. Excuse me. If you need to get a job, you go get you a job. You save up, I would say, at least 3 months rent. I would save up. Security deposit. If you have children, I would secure some type of daycare or something like that, so the kids can be taken care of, so you can work and maintain your living conditions until you can progress and put yourself in the best shape possible. But just know that going forward, this is going to be extremely difficult on you, physically, emotionally, and financially. But certain things you can prepare for. Your financial well-being you can prepare for by just saving up. Your emotional well-being, you're going to have to mentally prepare for that. It's going to be tough. I don't care how strong you are mentally going into it. You're going to still have to, just try to build yourself up and just be ready for that hit when it comes, because it's going to be a hit. And make sure you plan for the worst possible outcome. Whatever the worst possible outcome is, that's what you plan for. Okay? Because maybe it don't go that bad. We hope it don't, but you still need to prepare for the worst possible outcome. I don't know what your life is exactly, but whatever it is, you know what's the worst possible thing that can happen, and you prepare for that. Now, after you've done all that, after you have all those ducks in a row, whereas you can take care of yourself outside of this organization, then you could probably bring it to the attention of your spouse. Actually, one more thing you need to do before that. You need to decide exactly what you want, okay? Out of your life, out of your marriage, out of your relationship. You need to decide. Now, there's a few times in life where you can be completely selfish. This is one of those times. You need to be absolutely selfish in regards to this, because the reason I say that is you know what you want. And with this organization, they gear people to put their own feelings and their own needs emotionally on the back burner. And they want you to keep it there permanently. So you need to make sure in your mind that you understand and get exactly what you want out of life. Now, once you understand and you see what you want out of life, then you can make the decision. Do you want to leave the organization and go through all the headache and hardships that comes after you leave the organization? Now, because there's some people who can say, okay, I'm going to leave this organization. I don't have to leave the marriage. I don't have to leave the family aspect of it. I'm with a good person. I like the person likes me. I don't have to leave the relationship, but I will make it known that I'm not going to be part of this organization. You understand? Because if that's the situation, then fine. But just make sure that you're able to tell the other person that you want no part of this organization and you don't want to really talk about it no more going forward. I'm not going to stop you from doing what you want to do, but I ask politely that you don't stop me from doing what I want to do. You need to be selfish in this regard. You need to be able to make sure that you get your point across that, hey, I want to be happy too. I deserve happiness. I deserve a measure of enjoyment in my life outside of this organization. Now, one thing I need you to realize is that this organization, once again, has taken every precaution to make sure that you do not succeed outside of the organization. They even tell you, yeah, you leave here, it's going to be hard for you. It's going to be terrible. If you leave Jehovah's organization, you're going to have the worst time ever. That's because they prepared you to have the worst time ever. They prepared you to have the worst possible go at it in life. They taught you to be vulnerable, to be gullible. They taught you to fear anybody who's not a Jehovah's Witness. They they prevented you from learning like activities like sports and things like that, things that you need in life, your competitive edge that a lot of people need in life, they prevented you from getting, you know? So yeah, it's going to be tough outside the organization. It's going to be a big adjustment, but it's not something you can't do. It's not something that you can't overcome. You know what I mean? And this is the beauty of it. A lot of times in life, when you're a Jehovah Witness, when you go through struggle, your reward is just more struggle. Outside of the organization, when you go through struggle, when you have to go stay up late nights to finish that test or to study for that assignment or whatever, when that struggle's done, you get rewarded for it. There's a reward that comes after that. You get a diploma, you get more money, you get a boost in your career, you get more options financially. Like there's a reward that comes outside the organization. That reward don't come inside the organization. Now, inside of a relationship with somebody and you have kids, this is going to be tough. Remember, this organization is based on keeping you in. So if you have children, if you have a spouse period, they're going to use those to try to get you to stay in. One of the things that they will do as soon as you start to express like the interest of you no longer want to be a Jehovah's Witness. Once you start to show that, they're going to have some, let's talk to the elders. Let's bring the elders in. One thing you need to know about the elders is probably the only thing you need to know about the elders. At no point, and I mean at no point, will the elders ever say to you, you know what, we just want you happy. Inside or outside the organization, as long as you're happy, we're happy. Because your happiness is what we care about. They will never say that. Because once again, your happiness is not their goal. Their goal is to keep you in. They don't even care if you're happy inside or frustrated or sad inside. They don't care. They just want you in. That's pretty much all you need to know. So before you okay this meeting with the elders, I'm telling you now, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time because one, they're not going to tell you anything you don't know already. And two, they're literally going to just try to gang up on you, And it's an unfair fight because if you were to say, okay, yeah, bring 3 elders over, I'll have 3 of my ExJw friends come over and it'll be, equal and we can have a big old dinner and talk it out. They'd never be okay with that. They would never say, okay, well, yeah, let's everybody get together and we just get to the bottom of this. No, it's either you hear them and sit and quietly just accept whatever they have to say or nothing, one or the other. So if they are talking about bringing in the elders or talking to the elders or anything like that, I'm telling you now, it's a waste of time. I personally do not give any power to these men at all. They have no business inside of your relationship. They have no business inside of your life. Anyway, like if you lose your job, is the elder going to pay your bills? Like if your husband like no longer wants to be with you, is the elder going to be like, well, I'll be with you? Or I don't know. Like, I don't know. Either way, some elders be looking bad sometimes. So the point is this, basically. They have no authority over you. They cannot help you. They will not do anything that contradicts what the organization says. And once again, the goal of the organization is not to keep you happy. It's not to even teach you about Jehovah. It's about keeping you inside. So, to all the 33 people in here, hey, everybody. The subject is like trying to help somebody who's trying to leave the organization. So in the comment section, if you have any good ideas or suggestions for the person that we're talking to today, leave the comment on the side and hopefully they'll see it. And I really appreciate you helping me out with this also. Now, one of the reasons you need to leave this organization is the fact that they attacked you from the moment you got here. And every single time they ever uttered a word to you, they were attacking you. Now, let me explain, okay? Most attacks, your best attacks that you could ever do to anybody, are non-physical. The emotional attacks, it's the verbal attacks, the mental attacks. Those cause physical damage. If you depress somebody enough, they'll hurt themselves. You understand? Like, you don't have to do anything. Just be a bad person. That's all you got to do. Because the organization, when you think about it, if you're only valuable to the organization as long as you're a part of the organization. The moment you leave, the moment they can no longer take from you, their goal switches from keeping you inside to making sure you don't take anybody with you. You understand that? Even if you believe in God, is that really something you believe God would do? Like, really? Like, he's like, okay, well, I lost you, but let me make sure you don't take anybody with you with your lies. Like, no. If he lost you because of something, if you believe in God, right? If he lost you because you stopped believing or something like that, he's gonna just let you go out there and figure it out on your own. If you can convince somebody else, then he let them go out and figure it out on their own. And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you'll either say, okay, I was wrong and come back, or you'll say, okay, I'm still searching. Or you'll just say, well, I was right. Peace. Either way it go, having the freedom to do that is huge. They do not allow you the freedom of even finding out on your own. They do everything they can to try to keep you inside. It's not about you finding the truth. It's about you not leaving. They do. Just think about it. If somebody found some information and they left and they say, you know what, this ain't right, I'm leaving. If another person that knows them and knows that they were once very devout, they'd ask them, well, what information did you find? Because that's so extreme that you would leave something that you believed in so much. It has to be something amazing. Jehovah Witnesses teach their people not to do that. The Jehovah Witnesses teach their people, I don't care what you say, you're not going anywhere. And this type of thinking and this type of acting lets me know and lets anybody know that this is not the way you go about anything. The same reason why if elders were to come and try to talk to you and hold this like correspondence with you about why you should stay a Jehovah's Witness, this is the thing. As a logical person, me personally, I don't know about you, but my mind can be changed. You understand? When I'm presented with undeniable facts, when I'm presented with a different way of thinking, when I'm presented with a logical explanation, my mind can change. I'm open to say that. The fact that some people, the fact that the Jehovah Witnesses, especially the elders, they stand in a position of, I don't care what you tell me, I don't care what you show me, I'm not changing my mind. If they stand in that position, then they are insane. That's the only way I could put it. If you stand in a position to whereas your mind cannot change no matter what you see or hear, then you are not a logical person and you cannot stand in a position of authority or leadership, because I wouldn't want to lead anybody that crazy. Like if I see a train coming, I'm like, we should probably get off the track. And he's like, I believe that we can stop that train as long as we stick together. Like, I mean, okay, I'm glad you got so much belief in yourself. You must have been doing extra push-ups and pull-ups things, see, but I don't think you're going to stop this train, Brody. Maybe we should get off this track. No, I believe, and nothing can change my mind. That type of leadership will get you both killed if you follow them. This is why I can't listen to these elders. As long as they stand in the position of, I don't care what you got to say, I'm not changing my mind. Jehovah is God and the Jehovah Witness organization is right and the leadership, the governing body is the Holy Spirit, I'm not changing my mind about that. I don't care what you should tell me or what you show me. If you could stand in that position about anything, then you're not fighting from a reasonable point. Like me, I have things that I very, very strongly believe in, things that I probably will never change my mind about, but I know I can change my mind because I'm not going to say, oh, I'm not listening to you no more. I don't want to hear nothing you say. I'm not changing my mind. I'm not that's not going to happen. With me, I say, show me the evidence. Show me your proof. Show me this undeniable evidence that you got for this thing that you believe in so strongly. And it's funny because a lot of the things that I believe in, when somebody present me with like contradictory stuff, the stuff that I'm usually able to take that contradictory stuff and break it down. Like I know exactly where they went wrong. And then I can point out, but this is the thing. There are times where I can't break it down. I can't point out what's wrong. I can't just say, oh, that's wrong. And those are the times where I really have to stop and reflect and think about what's being shown to me. And then be prepared to change my mind or my thoughts about this issue because of the undeniable evidence that was just presented to me. This is the thing with the Jehovah Witness organization. They sit right there. They sit right there inside of what they believe, and they will not change. I don't care what you tell them. Now, that's the thing. The reason I'm even bringing all this up is because it's extremely hard to get a mate to leave the organization. You understand? Like if you're married to somebody who's a Jehovah Witness and they're a devout, they at every Zoom meeting, they doing everything that they can to make Jehovah happy. It is extremely, extremely tough to get them to leave the organization. First off, they needed to participate in their own brainwashing to get brainwashed. They have to participate in their own awakening to wake up. And the Jehovah Witnesses know that. The leadership knows that. So they teach people to be scared of their own thoughts. Be scared of anything that makes you question the organization. They cut you off before you even get to thinking about it too much. They say don't even participate in things that make you question the organization. Like to cut you, that cuts off your humanity right there. Like only animals do things without question. Like a lion could be full, belly full up, but if a gazelle walk by, he's gonna attack it. I know I'm full, but it's a gazelle, and it was like right there. I had to, without question, just attack it. They want you to just react and not use the brain that you were born with. You understand? And as long as that's what's happening, and as long as that's what they want from you, then you can't take them serious. They're not logical. It makes no sense at all. So, just know that trying to get your mate to leave is it may be next to impossible. But if you're lucky, you may get somebody who's like, well, I've been thinking the same thing. I was just scared that you'd be like, oh no, we ain't going nowhere. Like sometimes that has happened. Like two people who are both like, oh, this is crazy. And then eventually one of them just like, okay, I got to say something. And then they both are just like, they had this realization like, yo, I feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? So if that could happen, that's extremely lucky. And you're extremely fortunate. And I wouldn't bet my money on it, but I hope that something like that could happen for anybody who is in a relationship with somebody. You can be with somebody who's open enough to talk to you and figure out and hopefully come to the same conclusion you did, but that's not a guarantee. But yeah, there's a lot of things you need to prepare yourself for. But make sure you prepare yourself financially, because if you get kicked out or if you have to leave or if you get fired from your job or any other things that they use to keep you inside their organization, it's going to be very, very tough for you to get through the time coming up. So before you get to running your mouth telling everybody, I'm leaving, this is a cult, I'm done, make sure you prepare yourself first. Prepare yourself financially, especially, and also prepare yourself mentally for the hurdles that they're going to put through you, because once again, you have to be strong. You have to be vigilant. You have to be determined, and you have to be able to keep it up, because they're going to put a lot of pressure on you to come back. But you're strong. The fact that you're even able to do the research and realize that they're wrong shows the strength that you have, that you were able to come fight through the mental brainwashing that millions of people haven't been able to do. You were able to do it. So keep up the fight. Stay strong. You got a bunch of ExJws like me and a bunch of other people who are going to try to help you out as much as possible. Like I say, you can reach out to me and I will try to help, But as far as you guys, hey, how y'all doing? I know it's been a while. I've been gone a while. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been coughing and sneezing. I'm getting over a little head something. It's probably allergies. I've been sneezing a lot. And this nose right here, it keeps running. Not this one. This one's fine. This one's a gangster. It's this one that's all a punk. I got a punk nostril or whatever. It keeps running. But anyway, how y'all doing? Let me read some of these comments. I haven't. All right. Nina the Explorer. Yes, prepare yourself for sure. I contacted a nonprofit for mental support, and they held me back from proclaiming my freedom to everyone. Yeah. You just before you go shooting and telling everybody, I'm out, I'm gone, I will never ever do that again. Before you do that, prepare yourself. Make sure you have a place to live. Make sure you have an income coming in. Make sure you're able to feed and clothe and wash yourself, because that's important. You need a roof over your head, because if you don't, they'll use everything they can to bring you back. And coming back after you've expressed how much you don't want to be, they make your life hard. So you don't want to have to come back after you leave. You understand? So just make sure that you're good. All right. The best advice I can say is don't expect anyone to sympathize, support, or receive your personal truth. Clap for yourself on your way out. That's a fact. Clap for yourself, because the people in the organization, they are not going to clap for you. They're not going to be happy for you at all. Some people, quiet as kept, are going to be jealous. I'm like, oh man, I wish I had the balls. I wish I had the ability to get out on my own, but they just simply can't. They simply can't. Hey, Elaine, are you still there? Hey, I miss you too, man. It's been a while. Hope everything's all right. I'm glad you reached out. Love your neighbor. Hi. Ladybug, hi. It's J3551C4. Okay, hi. Excuse me. Oh man, allergies are whack. Okay, I'm tough. I'm a big, strong guy, but I got freaking allergies. So if you hear it in my voice and you hear it in my nose, that's what it is. Oh, I didn't compliment nobody's collarbone. You're right. Okay. I'm gonna come up with a good compliment. What's a good compliment? I know. Let me see you. Oh, look at that amazing blood you have running through your body. Oxygenating all those, oxygenating, I don't think that's the word, but oxygenating your brain and all of your vital organs. Your blood cells are amazing. I don't see too many blood cells like that. But I see yours, they're amazing, and you're amazing. And if you've enjoyed your blood cell compliment, subscribe to the channel. You're not going to get any more blood cell compliments today or tomorrow. So subscribe. Hello, dear Jay. Hello, Mona Lisa. I love your picture. It's amazing. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I thought the Mona Lisa would be huge, but it's kind of, anyway. Jay Lorenzo, what up? What up, brother? How you doing? I know a little Spanish. I don't know a lot, but I know hermano. That's brother. You said, what up, mi hermano? That's what up, my brother. What up? I'm good, man. How you doing? I'm from Brazil. You are from Brazil? Really? I want to go to Brazil. But I also don't know how to swim that good. So I'm scared because I know everybody in Brazil, for some reason, just likes to be in the water all the time, or near the water. And I'm scared of the water. And I have a belly, so I don't want to take my shirt off. So I'll get out there one day after I lose my belly and learn how to swim good. This is the thing. I can swim. I can't like swim in the ocean. It's a difference. In a pool, I'm good. I can swim like friggin' Michael Phelps. In the ocean, I swim like a cement block, you know? I go straight to the bottom. Water is heavy and it moves weird in the ocean, you know? Anyway, let me see. Kevin Nealing. Oh, wow. Just got here. Get a good dinner on me, Jay. Oh, man, Devin, bro, I appreciate that. $30. That's going to feed all us. That's me, my wife, my kids. McDonald's, here we come. Nah, but seriously, Devin, thank you, man. I appreciate that super chat, man. Thank you very much. But yeah, man. So what suggestions would you give to somebody who's young and married? Because there's a lot of young and married Jehovah's Witnesses who wake up like year one inside of the organization and they're like, oh my God, what did I do? This organization is not what I thought it was. I need to free myself. This relationship definitely ain't what I thought it was. What advice would you give to a young person that's trying to leave the organization? The floor is yours. You need to come down to the bottom, the 305, my brother. We got pools and the beaches. I like the way you said the beaches. Okay, man, let me see. Because we got beaches in Chicago, but it's a lake. Like the lake ain't as tough. That ocean, boy, you get hit with that. You're like, oh, it tastes salty. I never drowned in salt before, you know? Like drowning in fresh water is probably okay, but drowning in salt water, I believe, is far more excruciating. Is that what y'all got down there in 305? Saltwater, Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah. I like Candace, I like Florida. People in Florida, some of them are all crazy as hell, but I like Florida. I really do. I like palm trees. I like tropical weather and things like that. Like I'm telling you, if I never got married and because when I first left the organization and I was like, oh, I'm out of here, I was gonna go to Florida. That was the first place I was gonna go. I'm like, Florida. I like Florida. They have great beaches, palm trees. They're really nice with guns. I'm like, I think I'll enjoy myself in Florida. Police probably ain't too nice to me down there though. But anyway, other than that, I would love to go to Florida. I love it a lot. I'd love to go. I've been there 100 times. It's great. Let me see. I just joined, but it sounds like you set up a win-win scenario for the young couple. You've only been in for a year and you can leave the cult and the crazy partner. Sweet, sign me up. I don't know if that's a win-win. Like, if you usually marry somebody, you're usually in love with them, you know? So I don't know exactly what could possibly happen. Because young people, like, especially Jehovah's Witness organization, when you get married to somebody and you never slept with them, you've never lived with them, you've never experienced life with the real version of them. Like a lot of people, they just get the representative version of a person and they marry the representative and not the actual person. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you're dating somebody, you can hide a bunch of stuff. You can hide the fact that, you know, you sleep in your clothes and you go a day or two without washing up, or you like to snore and fart while you sleep, or, you know, like, you know, always clean the bathroom the way it needs to be, or, you know, like little stuff like that you can hide during the Jehovah Witness relationship, you know, courting period. But when you live with somebody, you can't hide that. You can't hide. That's why I would never suggest anybody to marry somebody without first having lived with them, without first having paid bills with them and just saw how they attack life and how they attack problems and how they overcome and deal with things. Like you need to know that before you marry somebody, because if you learn that while you're already married, you may learn that you marry somebody with a bunch of deal breakers. And sometimes you get the ability while you're dating them to say, you know what, I don't want to live the rest of my life with that deal breaker. Or you could say, you know what, I'm okay with that. Either way it go, you make the decision before you get married. And once the decision is made, and once you realize I can be with this person the rest of my life, then you can get married. I would never suggest marriage before like 25 or 30. You know what I'm saying? Like around that age, I think people have figured themselves out and people have figured out what they want out of life and what they want out of a partner. And by that age, I'm like, yeah, that's probably the best, if I had to give any advice. But if you're married and you're that young, and you're inside that organization, same steps I told you earlier, but it may be a little bit easier to get out of. You just got to be prepared for what could happen or what could go wrong. King of Dots. Hi, this is not a funny subject. What up? I successfully faded and kept my entire family. It took 10 years. And Patty, let me scroll up. Okay, well, that's it. That was the whole thing. Okay. Nah, this is not a funny subject. I don't know if I ever said it was or tried to make it a funny subject, but this is absolutely one of the hardest things anybody will ever have to go through. For somebody to be married to a person who believes the stuff that the organization believes and have to overcome that and leave and like start their own life and figure out their own life, that's extremely hard. That's extremely difficult, and it's probably the hardest thing that a lot of people will ever have to do in their life. A lot of Jehovah Witnesses or ex-Jehovah Witnesses that I've talked to, they say by far leaving the organization was the hardest thing they've ever had to do. And yeah, it's no way is it a joke or anything funny, but it's definitely something that a lot of people need help with, and a lot of people need closure from. Like, just let you know, if you did leave, you made the right decision. You did what you needed to do, and you're going to be in a better place for it. Trust me. So yeah. I'm not married, so I don't have much experience there, but I would say first, know who your spouse is and if they can handle the conversation about why you want to leave the religion. Great point. You know your spouse. I don't know how great you know them. You should know them pretty good. They're your spouse. But make sure, once, like they said, they can handle the conversation. I say even before you say that, even if you think they can handle the conversation, make sure you still prepared yourself financially. 3 months rent, security deposit, and you've at least located a nice place you'd want to live before you had a conversation. I don't care what you think their response will be. Just make sure that you're prepared if it goes completely left. But yeah, that's it. I can never remember how to spell patience. Me neither. Yes, but sometimes you have to laugh to keep from crying. Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. And sometimes you don't even know you're completely over something until the point you're able to laugh at it. Sometimes things in life hurt you so much that the mere thought of it can bring back really bad emotions and like PTSD or anxiety and things like that. But eventually, when you're able to think about it and laugh, that's when you're truly over it. That's why I do what I do, because I hopefully can help people get to that point of laughter even faster. They ruin your life in one way or another. Absolutely. They definitely do that. They steal your childhood. They steal everything. Like, that's their thing. They're thieves. They just take. They take your time. They take your energy. They take your youth. They take your money. They take your freedom. They take your children if they can. Like, they take everything. And that's what they do. And they give you nothing in return. All they give you is hope. And they don't even like give you hope. They say, oh, you get a chance at everlasting life. Like nobody can guarantee you that you do all this and then boom, you're going to be in a new system. They say, well, you got a chance. Without it, you don't have a chance, which is crazy to me, because how does a human get to tell you what decision God was going to make, you know? Like, well, you know, if you go out of field service and stuff, then I'm sure Jehovah will let you in a new system. How you know? I could just say one way or another what God is gonna do. You know, like you don't know. So you gotta stop listening to these people, man. These people are just like you. They don't know. Yeah, maybe, just maybe, you can get saved. Right. Yeah, like that's the best they can offer you is a maybe, you know? And either way, it's like they do not have the ability to tell you what God is going to do. The same way my dog can't tell you what I'm going to do next week. You can go to my dog, and my dog is around me every day. We talk. Sometimes she bites me. She licks me all the time. But the point is that even though we have these connections and we're together all the time, I'm so advanced mentally from that dog. It sounds like I'm flexing on the dog. I'm so advanced beyond that dog's capabilities. Flex. But real talk, she cannot tell you what my plans are. She can't tell you what I'm gonna do. She cannot, in any detail, communicate to even another dog what I'm going to do. So if my dog can't tell you what I'm going to do, how is a human going to tell you what God is going to do? How? Well, God is going to destroy you if you don't do. How do you know? How do you know? That's what I'm saying, man. Don't listen to these fools, man. If you sit up there and you don't take that blood transfusion, or you don't refuse the blood transfusion and you take it and you live, God is going to destroy you. How do you know? There's a guy who died next to Jesus, right? Seeing his entire life. And basically on his deathbed, he was like, hey, do you mind forgiving me for all the sins I created? Or all the sins I committed? And he was like, yeah, sure. You'll be with me. Yeah, don't worry about it. All the stuff you did, don't even worry about it. We got you, bro. If he was able to be forgiven just like that at the very end, you know how many other people probably was like, oh, you're dead. It is done. You're out of there. And at the very end, he's like, hey, could you look out for me? And you're like, yeah, I got you. You know, like, shouldn't nobody be able to tell you what you can and cannot do and what's going to cause you to live or die. You know, like that's dumb. Don't listen to these idiots. The governing body wouldn't presume to speak for God when it comes to your salvation, only your assured destruction. I don't think they should speak about that either, because they can't. We are exposing the cult and helping people to get out from the cult. Yes, Mona Lisa, you are right. Real anointed people know, because at least they claim to directly channel God. They'll even talk to him right in front of you. Could you imagine Morris or Let doing that? I would love to see them try. Oh, wait, Jehovah, he's contacting me. He's saying that I need to stop talking about people in their tight pants and I shouldn't drink on Sundays. Like, if he said that, I'd be like, oh, wow, he is really talking to God. This is amazing. But if not, then I don't believe him. You just have to look at Stephen Lett's face. I don't want to know. Nobody want to look at Stephen Lett's face. And you realize the governing body is a joke. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. His face is definitely a joke. I have ex-witness friends from the mid-70s. They are burnt out on how many twisted changes occurred over the decades. Watchtower drives you insane. Well, that's what they want to do. You think you're going to brainwash somebody who's sane? You have to keep people in a constant state of uncomfortableness, because if people are comfortable, if people are cool, they get to sit back and they get to think. Just think about it. When you're at your most comfortable, right? Let's say you're in the backyard, the sun's shining, you're on the hammock just chilling out. It ain't too hot, it ain't too cold. You're just out there relaxing. What do? You think. You think. You sit down and you can actually just let your mind just wander. This is when you're probably your most creative. This is when you're at your best mentally. You think when you're comfortable. But just think about now when you're uncomfortable. Let's say you're at work and you're late and there's a meeting coming from here and a meeting coming from there. Then your brain is in react mode. You just gotta make it all work. You gotta get everything hit. Just think about which one sounds like a Jehovah Witness. The person that's just out in the backyard with his feet kicked up, just letting their mind and their creativity go crazy, or the person that's like, what we got to do? Because they want you in a position of uncomfortableness, stress, and bouncing off the wall because you don't have time to think. And as long as you're not thinking, then they're doing the thinking for you. And if they're doing the thinking for you, it's not good. Awaken G. Oh man, appreciate it. #1 fan, huh? I like that. I appreciate that. AG's crypto. Oh, you got money to throw. You into cryptocurrencies. What your dog coin looking like? What your dog coin? Because my dog coin looks terrible right now. It keeps crashing. But anyway, I appreciate the Snapchats, man. Y'all really looking out for a brother. Appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. Welcome back, Skanamini. What's up? I'm glad to be back, man. I'm definitely glad to be back. I still got a little allergies or whatever, but I'm back. And I'm glad to be back because it always makes me feel better to talk to y'all crazy fools. I swear they all get drunk as fuck and sit around in the meetings thinking about they got Holy Spirit. Facts. I bet they do. Just sit back and be like, how much money did we bring in today? Like I can see them doing that. I can see them doing that 100%. How about Dogcoin at 19th the other day? Oh boy, I was hoping you said like a while back, but the other day, that thing keep going down, boy. I got my diamond hands though. I got diamond hands. This is not financial advice, by the way. Anyway, I appreciate everybody coming out though, and the entire meaning of this video was to help out somebody who reached out and wanted to know what they should do, being inside of a relationship and wanting to leave their relationship. Extremely hard to do, extremely uncomfortable, extremely scary thing to do. And that's basically what I want to get across. And I want to thank everybody for coming out and actually, participating. My advice would be to find unconditional friendship and a real support system. My name is Jessica, by the way. What up, Jessica? Okay, that makes way more sense than J35. You're too creative. You're too creative for me. I didn't get it because I'm obviously dumb. I love the name. But that's actually great advice. Something I definitely forgot to mention. Thank you again, Jessica. Get you a support system. Have a system of friends and a network of people that you can trust outside of the organization, because the people inside the organization can be taken away from you like that. So thanks. That's why I wanted people to talk on this thing, because I knew I'd be forgetting. I couldn't remember everything. But yes, build you up a support system outside the organization. That is unbelievably important. Okay. Hope my brother has been out for 22 years and still believes the teaching. How can I talk to him? Well, one thing is he's out. He's out. That's always a good thing. And when somebody is out, they're at least, I think, a little bit more open to learning new things than they would have been previously. I would suggest, and this is going to sound crazy, but send him one of my videos. Find one of my more funny videos and just send it to him. And just let him hopefully start to, wake up that way. Because if somebody bits by bit, just start to learn different new things that they didn't think about before, as long as he's able to take in information, he should be okay. but who knows? Like people, like I say, they have to be able to wake up themselves before you can get them to fully wake up. You understand? Like you can't make anybody do anything. There's not one thing. There's not like a single sentence you could just tell somebody to get them to wake up. People have to participate in their own awakening. So you can send them information. Send them some of my videos. Send them some of Lloyd's videos. A whole bunch of people, and in that way, people will. It could spark something, and maybe he could wake up. Kendrick Plump. Now look, y'all. Kendrick Plump went to grammar school with me. And Kendrick is a good friend of mine. He hates Derrick Rose, so I do not like him because of that. But other than that, he's one of the funniest, coolest guys I've ever met. He once threatened to kick me out of Home Depot if I ever walked in there without a mask. So Kendrick Plump is my homeboy. He just gave me $3 super chat. So shout out to Kendrick Plump. That's the homie. And I appreciate you coming on the page and looking at your boy. I appreciate that a lot, man. And yeah, anybody else, if there's anybody else who need help with anything, don't be a stranger. Reach out to me. I really do like to help people. I really do like to, like, I don't know, like it's not much I can do to help people. Like I'm not a billionaire. If I was, I would try to help a lot more people. But I my words I will offer, my attention I can offer, my time I can offer, and just reach out to me if it's any way I can help. I would like to try to help. So man, I appreciate everybody coming out. I appreciate everybody staying and just being the crazy community that y'all are. This is great. I always enjoy these little live streams or whatever. And this is a great way to come back, right? Like I'm going to get back to making videos as long as I can talk without sneezing or sniffling or coughing. I'll be making videos again soon. So with that said, I really appreciate y'all coming out. And if you are just now coming on the page, go back in the beginning and just listen to the whole thing and just hear out what I got to say. If you're really concerned with, how to leave the organization, especially when you're married. I think we did a decent job of covering that. If you have any more questions, hit me up. Where I'm at on Instagram. It's Jay the Comedian 1. On Facebook, it's Jay Think He's Funny, and also Jay Scott. I'm on what else? Twitter at ExJw Comedian J. And yeah, just reach out to me. All right. It's your boy Jay the Comedian. I hope y'all having a great day. I'm having a great day. Holla Jaguala. Deuces.